Great, thank
Okay.
you.
Hi, this is Friday's message. It's going to be more of a testimonial than a message. The theme is God's timing is the perfect timing. We're going to start December 2017. Me and my wife Amy just found out we were going to be expecting another baby. We already had Emma. I remember thinking that our family was going to be complete. I was happy. We were going to be done having kids after the second one. And then December 6th, 2017, we had a miscarriage. I was sitting on the couch, and Amy was in the back room, and she started just saying something was wrong. Then we actually ended up going to the hospital that night, and we found out that she did in fact have a miscarriage. It was tough. I don't know how any woman goes through that, losing a kid. For guys, it's not, you lost a kid, but it's not, you don't feel it as the ladies and the women do. As I went back to work the next few days, you realize how many people have actually had miscarriages and just maybe never talk about them. The superintendent for the company I was working for, him and his wife ended up having a miscarriage. And then we went to a concert, for King Country concert, about 2 weeks later. We were sort of him-hawing on going or not going, and then we decided, let's go. We went with a couple from the church, Brian and Steph. And like I said, God's timing is sometimes we don't get why things happen, why we actually went to that concert, but Rebecca St. James was at that concert, and she was pregnant. It just so happened a year ago, she ended up having a miscarriage. So it sort of spoke to me and my wife, and then in April of that year, or through 2018, we ended up getting pregnant again, and that was Cora, our little one. During that pregnancy, we realized that our house really wasn't going to be, or I realized, Amy always wanted to move. I was more of a stick in the mud about moving, and we realized the house wasn't going to, or I finally realized the house wasn't going to work for us. And no matter what I was going to do to it, it was never going to be what we needed to be. So I told Amy, let's start looking for new places to live. And so we started looking. We sort of put our house search on hiatus during that winter, the winter of 2018, and then really started looking after Cora had turned one, or had been born, and then we actually really started looking. Cora wasn't one yet. So started looking for houses. Wasn't really anything on the market then that we liked. I really didn't want to fix another house up. I had already fixed up the house we were living in twice, and I was done with remodels, or so I thought I was done with remodels. Looked, kept on looking, nothing really came up, and then about May-ish of 2000 and would have been 19. May 2019, Amy's brother Chris had one of his friends had a house coming up for sale. No one knew about it. In Harbor Creek, houses fly off the market before they're even listed. So we jumped at it. We took a look at it. It was a big remodel, really big remodel. and I really didn't want to do it, but after looking for a year, I was like, well, if we get it for a good price, I'll remodel the house, but I'm never buying another house again. I'm done. After this remodel, I'm done. So we text Chris's friend, and ends up that they weren't going to sell the house right now. Uncle was going to come up, maybe live in it, but it was off the market. And the funny thing is, my wife fell in love with the house. My daughter picked out a room. Emma picked out a room in that house. Sort of heartbroken after that house sort of fell through. Well, we go through the summer. Sometime in August, he contacts my wife and says, well, we're going to put the house on the market. My uncle wasn't coming up to live there, and my wife was about to jump for joy then. I was ecstatic. So we go look at it again. We make an offer on it. They end up accepting the offer, and we start the financing process, and everything goes through pretty good. A few hiccups here and there, but we actually got it closed within 30 days. So, got the house. Now the real work begins. Now I have to do a lot of the remodel, renovations. The funny thing with the financing